What's up, everybody? Unpwned here, and the final alpha is over. And this was probably the most dramatic and intense alpha test I was a part of, and based off of some of the people that have been playing in the alphas before me, they agree as well. As we all know, there were a lot of bugs and issues this past weekend, and there was a lot of angry people. The Breach chat was full of trolls, whiny people, angry people, people that were angry for different things. You had people angry because there were whiny people. You had whiny people because there were angry people. You had people that were just angry from the bugs, not being able to play. But the main concern was the whole, they cut down the progression experience gains. So basically they lowered the XP gains down to what it is going to actually be, and then gave us the ability to buy the booster with some free currency, which brought us back up to about almost normal XP gains. But the visual effect of the XP gains were still persistent from the previous alpha. So what we were being shown we were getting in terms of the bar filling up was what would have happened in the previous alpha. What we were actually getting is what is supposed to be, what the actual XP gains and gold gains are going to be currently for the early access. So there were a lot of people very angry, thinking that they were being gymped out of XP and stuff, when in reality it just actually got cut down a little bit. There were people that leveled up from, I believe one guy was in the 20s and he got to 100 over the weekend. So it was entirely possible to get to 100 this weekend if you had already played even just a little bit before. Not doing versus, by the way. To level up that quickly in any of the alpha tests, you needed to use the co-op mode or the solo mode, facing bots, stuff like that. That was the best way. But yeah, this alpha was interesting. But I still had a lot of fun. I mostly did a lot of different build tests. I plan on releasing several videos after this one, going over the builds that I discovered, what I thought were good, what I thought were bad, and maybe, throwing ideas into your guys' heads of, what kind of builds you could possibly do. So the first thing I wanted to go over was kind of like Breach for Dummies, or what's that one, but is it like Chicken Soup for the Soul or something, or I don't know what the book's called. But I wanted to make like a short video going over the basics of Breach. I realized that not a lot of people knew some very basic things about the game and the gameplay, how to win, how to beat the Veil Demon, etc. And so the next video I'm going to release after this is going to be that. It's probably going to be a pretty just detailed breakdown of all of the basic stuff in Breach, what you need to do, how you need to do it, possibly little tips and tricks that people didn't pick up on in the alphas. Hopefully it can be of use. Granted, all of these videos are going to be basically obsolete, possibly within a month or two, because there are going to be constant changes. There are going to be new maps, there are going to be new classes, there are going to be new gems. Who knows what all they're going to change. Just in this alpha, from the previous alpha, we now have prismatic gems. Several of the pieces of equipment were changed with new talents. So the builds this alpha were completely different from the previous alpha. Like, it was like playing a completely different game, this alpha. So I know making some of these vids are going to be could be obsolete within a week or two. But, you know, if I can help people now, might as well. We got early access coming. Hopefully, a lot of these will still stay true during the early times of the early access. In which case, a couple of these videos will probably really help you get a grasp of how Breach works and the best way to go about doing certain things on certain maps with certain characters, classes, counter picks, things of that nature, and how to build your own class. As for the rest of this video, there isn't really too much more to talk about. I mainly just wanted to talk about, you know, the final alpha was crazy. It was full of all kinds of stuff, and it was intense. People were emotional. It was their first 100% open alpha. They had more people log in this weekend than they've ever had in any other previous tests. They implemented more changes in this build of the game than in any of the previous alpha tests. So things were broken. There were lots of issues, which is what we need. If you came into this weekend with the idea that you were going to be playing some fully polished, completed game with no issues, and we're only going to have fun, then you definitely were disappointed. This game is in alpha, and it's about to hit early access alpha beta. I mean, the game is not going to fully release for probably at least 6 more months. It's going to be undergoing lots of tests and changes. And the devs have been very open about that in the Discord. They know there are tons of bugs. They want us to post in all of the bug channels. Sadly, a lot of the people that were playing this weekend would go into the bug channels, and instead of reporting bugs, would just complain about things. Like, oh my god, this game sucks because I can't do keybinds. Or, oh my god, I can't load into this because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, these are all of that is to be expected. Like, there is no reason you should have come into an alpha test expecting anything less than suboptimal gameplay. To be honest, I thought for an alpha, this is going better than most of the alphas I've ever been in. A lot of the alphas, most people can't even get into it. This alpha, I would say there was like a 5% group of people that were having issues logging in, anti-cheat system, things of that sort. But for the most part, the game worked quite well. I know some people are having memory leaks, FPS issues, things of that sort. I have not run into any of these issues yet. I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess. But yeah. I also wanted to throw out there, if you are planning on buying an early access pack, this is not for you if you are not planning on getting, like, if you run into issues, to give constructive criticism back. Try and save a recording or a screenshot of the bug, post it in the Discord for the devs so they can fix it. Not immediately jump into the Discord general chat and just start, you know, calling people names, being real toxic and getting angry. Because I can assure you that's going to happen for the next 6 months if so. And I don't think anybody wants to pay money to be angry. And if you do, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't think I would want to pay money for something and have higher expectations for it than I should. So if you're wanting something that's going to work and not have issues, I highly wait for the full release. Do not buy a Founders Pack unless you are 100% just wanting to support the game, get the exclusive stuff, and then maybe not even play during the whole early access. There might be people like that. There might be people so busy right now with their real lives, they want to support the game, but they're not going to be able to play it until it releases, or they don't want to play it, because there are a lot of people that cannot stand playing a buggy mess. And that is what we're in right now. I mean, the list of known bugs is over 9,000. Like, it is ridiculous. I've got several that I have recordings of that I'm going to literally just make a video. I'm going to have an unlisted video that I'm going to link for the QC devs of all the bugs I ran into this weekend. I don't know how many of them they actually have recorded that they know of, but I figure having a video evidence of them should be helpful. So that's my take on it. If you did not enjoy the alpha this previous weekend, then you're not going to enjoy the early access. At least not right off the bat. The early access is probably going to be very similar to what this alpha was in terms of content and bugs. So if you were unhappy this alpha, if you did not enjoy yourself this alpha, then you're probably not going to enjoy yourself the first couple months of early access, to be honest. I mean, it's brutal, but it's the truth. Beyond that, I have my package. I am ready to go. We've got 3 days before early access, and we'll see what kind of changes. We should be getting patch notes here any day now, maybe. Or it might be like the day before, like they did for the alpha, and we'll get to see changes that they did make, fixes they did make, known issues that they know about, things of that nature. But until then, like I said, if you didn't enjoy the alpha, the last alpha, you're probably not going to be happy with the early access for a while. They definitely have a lot of fixes they still need to do. Maybe hope this video was do too much in this video except state my opinion on things, but I would love to hear your guys' opinions. If you could leave me a comment down below, if you want to have a discussion about anything or have any questions, feel free to ask. Catch you guys in early access if you bought a package. If not, maybe I'll see you when the game goes free to play in several months. Have a good day.